All right, welcome back. I have printed a few succulent planters. I will leave the link for Thingiverse down below. Shout out to the artist for that. I'm not quite sure their name, but it'll be in the description. But I did a few different sizes. These were the originals in terms of size, and then these I scaled down a tiny bit. I suppose this is their username, but it turned out pretty decent. This one's a little funky with the supports on the bottom, so it didn't quite break off as good as I would have liked. This one turned out pretty decent. There was some support material stuck in here. I will try to get that out if I can, but other than that, this one printed pretty decent as well. Same thing for this. Turned out very nice. Again, this one's also good. There's some support down here that I will try to clean up a little bit right on the edge of the lip here. And this is the last one. Same style, but the pattern is split more versus just all around. So there's some gaps between. But now this took about 12 hours to print, sort of. I was just messing with some settings, so I'm glad they turned out pretty good. And then I have to print the plates for these as well. That also came with the files. So I'm going to reopen my project that I had and just scale the plates to each of these planters and print the plates out. The plates are quite small and thin, so they're about as big as this size down here. So they should print out pretty quickly, I would imagine, and hopefully I can give them to my coworker tomorrow, who will then hopefully give me some money because, I mean, she said they were super cool, and then if I'm going to print out a bunch of them, that she would pay me for it. So that was super nice. I didn't have to ask. So, but just in terms of filament for these to print, it was around $4.30 with the price of that filament that I paid, and then I'll have to include the price of the plates as well into that price. So I doubt it'll be any more than $6 or $7 just to print all this out. But these turned out super nice. I'm happy with them. I do like this size better than this kind of more scaled down size, but I couldn't fit 5 of the normal size on here. So yeah, I'm going to print the plates. Hope they turn out good. And then I will also print some polygon ones as well as a few of these extra for my other coworker in gray. So I'll include that also in this video whenever that gets finished. Alright, finished up some more planters that I was printing for my coworkers. These are obviously in gray. The other ones were black. She only wanted 4 planters, so I did 2 of these polygon and 2 of the other designs that you saw in the previous clip. And they again turned out super good. There's just some leftover support stuff here, but in terms of quality, also very good. This is the eSun PLA Plus. It is in gray, and it turned out quite good. The other set that I printed was Sunlu PLA Plus Black. I'm a big fan of these guys. These are super cool with the polygon, and I also decided to put a hole in the bottom because it'll be sitting on a plate. There's no pre-made holes at all. So I just went into the Bamboo Studio and put a negative space of a cylinder in, sized it down, and put a hole in it. But making these are super cool. I just like how they turn out, and I'm sure you could make them bigger and taller, and they would look pretty cool as well. And this was the other one that I made, P7. Shout out to this artist. I'll leave a link in the description for both of these as well, because they are super cool. So I am a big fan, and these ones especially, they have the holes built into the planter at the bottom here. Same thing with this. They're all in the bottom down here. So I find that super cool design. Big fan. I'll leave all the links down below for that. But I just got to print the plates out for these guys, and I'll have these ready for my coworker as well. So hope you guys enjoyed my little progress. I think I may include a Godzilla print in this. I'll see how it turns out depending on how timing is looking. That's printing currently. Right after I printed these guys, I printed a Godzilla. while I was at work. That was around 11 hours or 12 hours. So it should be done soon. And if I don't mess it up or the support is crap and the print sucks, I'll definitely include that in this part of the video as well. Just finished up this Godzilla print. I actually totally forgot to record it before the supports got removed. So here we are. We have this Godzilla fully printed out. This is reduced from the full size that it was in Bamboo Studio. It would not have printed, considering how big it was. It would have had to been multiple pieces, and I wanted to do this in one piece if possible, so I can give it to my coworker and he can paint it. I also wanted it to be rather small. It didn't need to be super huge. It's just a tiny little model. I do have to print out the rock still, but for being a 3D print, this is insane. I do think that looking here, his hands here got a tad messed up, sadly. Unless there's some support here, but it does look like a little hard to see. Yeah, it does look like his hands got a bit messed up where the support got ripped off and took some fingers with him, which is kind of a bummer. I was really hoping this would come out really good, but it looks like these little fingers here got torn off. I'm not going to reprint this just because of that. That's pretty unnoticeable, I would say. But I'll see if maybe I can reprint the fingers just so that my coworker can have them, or I will glue them on or something along those lines. But detail-wise, this thing is insane for being a 3D printer.